Welcome everybody, Friday, January 2nd, 4:30 p.m. Let me make sure that things are working on my side for this live. So this is the first live, this is the first video I'm doing in 2026. So I'm gonna wish you, all of you, Happy New Year, Happy New Year 2026. I'm gonna wish you health, this is the most important thing, then love, then success, I guess. Success in anything that you do. Does not have to be making money, does not have to be anything but success. You know, if you set about doing something, well, I wish you success eventually. In the midterm, in the short term, it's possible that we fail. Failure is a great teacher. So failure is not too bad, but I'm still going to wish you success eventually. So yeah, let's do this. We are going to take a look at We are going to take a look at Tesla stock. Is it the time to get back into Tesla stock? Why am I talking about getting back into it? Well, we sometimes get back into stuff when they go back to some level of support and then show us that they want to go higher. So we are going to be discussing this today. We are also going to take a look at the overall market. Is the stock market still declining like it has been doing for the past week or so? Yes, there's this thing called holiday season. So this holiday season was not too good for the stock market. So is this over? We are going to take a look at that. And we are also going to take a look at very important instruments: gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Everybody's talking about them. Is it the time to get back into them? I'm talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what's happening with gold and silver? They have been on a tear lately. Is it continuing? Is it exhausted? Has it gone too high too fast? We are going to take a look at all of this. So thank you for joining me live right here. So I'm going to read your comment as we go along. So Happy New Year, Mr. Negative. I hope you become positive in 2026. So let's take a look at Tesla. So we close at 438.07. That's down $11 today. $11.65 today. That's 2.59% down today. Post market, we are up by $1. So we'll see what happens, what is going to happen on Monday. But yeah, let's take a look at the move for the past few days. So, you know, Tesla tried to close above 488.70. 488.70 right here. Tried December 16th. It succeeded, but very shallowly, if that's the word. You know, we tried. Cannot make this up, huh? Cannot make this up. That's every stock is stopping at some lines. If you draw them well, you are going to see stock just stop on them. If they don't stop on your lines, then your lines are bad. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. But no worry, I'm here to draw the lines for you. So that's good. So Tesla tried to break 488.70 for a long time. Well, 6-7 days, and then it abdicated. Boom. So today, you know, big red candle today. We shorted that a little bit last week. This was maybe shortable a little bit today too, but we were getting close to some bullish channel resistance. Look at this. This is this one was a little bit outside. This one was perfectly, and look at this one right here today, perfectly on the line. So maybe we are going to reverse eventually. So bullish channel, we zigzag. We zigzag. It's not a perfect zigzag. It's not always perfect like this. It's not always perfect. but we go from one side to the other, and you know, if we look at in May, we were on this side, and not too long ago in October, we were on this side. Then we were on the support side in August, and also in November, and now also today. So maybe, just maybe, we are going to prepare ourselves, maybe Tesla stock, and this is guided by the whole market. You know, this is kind of a survey of the whole market. Everybody that wants to buy and sell Tesla, they vote by buying and selling, and by putting their buy orders and sell orders, they are voting in real time. And we are assessing with this chart where the price goes, price that is impacted by the buy orders and the sell orders. So we are pretty much right smack to that support line right there. So if this holds, we could be heading for the other side of that bullish channel. Let me give you some numbers. Everybody wants to get some numbers. Well, the other side of the bullish channel is this right here. This is the other side. So let's just imagine, you know, it does something like this and eventually goes to the other side of the bullish channel. Yeah, first it's going to have to break a few resistance. That 488.70, it's going to have to break it again. Well, break it for good and close above it for good. It's going to have to break that. Then we have some previous resistance at 540. But ultimately, if I look at the bullish channel resistance, you know, depending on when we reach this, you know, if we go slower, it's going to be higher. So if we reach it here in, you know, this is March. This is only March. March, we could be talking about $600 for Tesla. This is based on the current trend. You know, this is not like a number I'm pulling out of my hat. So 610. If we reach it more aggressively faster, 578. That's not too bad. So this is where things could be going with Tesla. Again, if the trend continues. So the trend has been pretty reliable. You know, it started around April, and this trend has been on since then. So that's a what, 8-month trend. So this has some staying power. And so far, based on the day that we are having today, we are still within that trend because we have not closed outside of that bullish channel support. So that's pretty interesting. You see it, you know, and you know, those trends, if they are well drawn, can allow us to extrapolate where the price is going to be. And you know, this is an example of a trend, you know, a downtrend that started in November 2021 with Tesla. Look at that trend. It stopped in 2024. So this trend right here lasted for 3 years. So this is really interesting information when you can really see a stock move for 3 years and you can basically predict where it will be. You know, this is the rate of descent. We have a rate of ascent right here because we are into a bullish channel. So I just showed you this so that you see that trends, you know, this is not some fickle thing that is true one day and it's not true the other day. This is not like that, you know. 3 years right here and 8 months here. So these are not flukes. Okay, so yeah, right now we stopped today pretty much right smack on bullish channel support. There's no upward momentum yet though. You know, we have been falling and we stopped falling. We have not bounced without momentum, and we have not bounced with momentum either, of course. So when we go down, we can sometimes bounce without momentum, and we could continue bouncing lower afterwards. So this is, this is exactly what happened in 2025 at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of 2025. So we had the big move up to the all-time high at 488.70. Then we went down right here, went down to 372. Boom. 372 right here, and then we started to go higher. This is what I call a bounce. It went down and it's going up just like a ball. It bounces, but that bounce had no momentum. You see it here. Stochastic is below 60. This is one of the indicators that we are looking at for momentum. So we were bouncing without momentum. Bouncing without momentum means, well, you can make money, if it goes far enough, long enough. This one this bounce worked for maybe 10 days and went from 372 up to 426. So that's a bounce, but no momentum. A bounce without momentum means that we could be going further down. So far, we have not even bounced, let alone bounced with momentum. So today is a good day from the sense that it's nice that we have stopped at support. But what if Monday we do this, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? It's still possible that something like this happens. So we don't have all of the information that we like to have in order to decide to get back in. But we stopped at support. This is the first thing. We stopped at support, at least it held. Next, we are going to have to take a look at, is it bouncing without momentum? And then, is it bouncing with momentum? When it is going to be bouncing with momentum, then this is the most confidence we can get that we are really starting to turn another page, another chapter in the book, a bullish chapter. A bullish chapter. So this is why you need to keep watching, because things are happening one day at a time, one candle at a time, and we are looking at it every single day. So let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, it came down. That's fine. It found support at 435.50. Boom, to be precise. And we had identified that previous support, and we just, again, right smack on it. I cannot make this up. This candle right here, the low is at 435.30, and the line is at 435.50. So we are 15 cents off on $400. Pretty good. So boom, same support as where we were. Where is it? In December of last year. And what does that tell you? We bounced on the 1 hour chart. We have a little bit of a bounce, and then we could not recover 440.13, and we have a red candle right here. So no momentum. So we have a bounce on the 1 hour chart, but no momentum on the 1 hour chart. So you decide what you want to do. Buying on support can sometimes work. It can sometimes work, it worked, it worked here, it worked here, it worked here, it worked here. In hindsight, it worked here. Is it going to work here? It could work here. So you can go in right now if you want to buy on support. My style, this is just a style. We can have different strategies. We can have different strategies on the same lines. We know that the lines are good. There's enough proof there that the lines are good. Lines are good. Then you can use the lines to justify many different strategies. So one of those strategies is buying on support. So if you want to buy on support, you can buy right now, Monday morning. there's no problem. If you want to have a little bit more proof, then we are going to need more candles so that the stock is going to have to make a congestion zone, and then we can say, okay, once it breaks that congestion zone, that was 410, then that's a move. So we are going to have to wait, if we don't buy on support, for a congestion zone, and maybe the congestion zone is going to happen below 452.91. And then once we have the break, then we are going to conclude this is a buyback. You buy back another entry for a Tesla. Or, I don't know, the congestion zone might go a little bit higher. It's possible that it does something at 467. So if it does that, then 467 is going to be the trigger. But you can get in on support right now at 438. 438 is for sure a lower number, a lower price than 467 or even 452.91. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to guide with the lines, but you do what you want to do. This is not financial advice. This is looking at the patterns in the stock market. So we like what we see. It stopped on support. Hopefully things are going to move back up. Trendline subscriptions, yeah, I like you to talk about this. So yeah, the Trendline subscription, you get a copy of all my Trendlines for not all stocks, but for, this is incredible, from Tesla down to Lucid, including physical gold, physical silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So you get all my lines for maybe 50 stocks or 30 stocks, from Tesla down to this, you see them here, all of them.
Sounds like a solid.
You get all my lines for this. So this is the Trendline stuff, and you can copy those lines. You can copy those lines. I share them here. I share the list, and I share the layout, which contains all of the lines, and you can copy those lines into your TradingView account. Okay, well, thank you for the plug. So yeah, so let's continue. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So Tesla is stopping on support. Now VIX, what is VIX doing? VIX quite low at 1452. We like the VIX to be below 20. So we have been blessed with the low VIX. When the VIX is low, the stock market tends to go high. During the holidays, during the holidays, few people were buying stuff, so the stock market did not go super high this holiday season. But 1452, we are going to take it. We like this. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones, nice day today. Look at the support again. Support is right here. So went around support, boom. Now, boom, same thing right here, same as Tesla. We have, it's not exactly right smack on the line. It's quite close though, quite close, and this is a green candle. We have some support, a horizontal support at 48,000 right here. And we have a green candle, so that's a nice bounce. And we have momentum on Dow Jones. Momentum is back officially today. So this is looking good. That this is pretty much in line with what's happening with Tesla. This is a little bit ahead of Tesla because we have momentum on this one. And we have a green candle and Tesla does not. So it's like, it's nice to have the stock market to being in line with what Tesla is doing, because this is giving us a bit more confidence as to what's happening with Tesla. SPX, okay, this one still has momentum. It got it back today. Okay, that's interesting. We are up 0.19%. And if we look at this support, also looks like Tesla too, huh? Red candle. we bounce, you know, if I go on the 1 hour chart, yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is the diagonal support. Boom. Went a little bit further, but boom, this wick at the bottom shows us that buyers are coming back in and pushing it up. So that's really nice. So this is in line with what Tesla has been doing. QQQ is sitting, yeah, look at the body right here at 613.27. We don't have momentum. Momentum is not back on this one. It crossed lower than the horizontal support at 613.27 and then sat on it a little bit. It's still below, but very, very close. So another one that's on support. Nasdaq, oh boy, look at this. It's hard to get it as nice as this. So no momentum, but look at this perfection again. Cannot make this up. The line was there before today. Boom, right smack on it. So maybe, I don't know. I don't have enough evidence yet to conclude that the stock market is going higher, but it's stopping on support. This one is not rebounding. Some of them are bouncing on support, you know, like Dow Jones. But we have reached support on, I will say, all of them. So is it possible that all of them are going to start moving higher next week? That would be fantastic. So Nasdaq, you know, if we start doing something like this, we could be going, that's not what I wanted to do. It could be going up to 27,000 because this is where this is the bullish channel it is in. So from 25,000 and a half to 27,000. So that's the potential move that we could be having. So we are going to be here next week to see how this unfolds. So let's now take a look at gold. So gold, look at it. Gold is weakening. You know, we are losing momentum on gold. So whatever has propelled it, you know, it has been propelled by buyers. Buyers have been propelling it, and boom, since last Monday. Since is it last Monday? Yeah, since last Monday, December 29th, we had a little bit of a gap down. Boom. And we are hovering around support at 33.30. Now we are a little bit lower, so I could draw another support because we clearly see that we are holding just a little bit lower. So we are making a double support. We are making a double support. You know, we were using that support just before breaking that 33.30. This was December 12th on that week and the week after, right here. And so we were using that support before breaking that 33.30, and now we are just back on it. So hopefully we are going to get back into the bullish channel because right now we are outside of it. So this line right here should be red. So, you know, there's some weakness. There's a little bit of weakness with gold. So we want it to close back above right here. And hopefully this is going to give us back momentum. So then we can get back into it. Okay, the positive thing is that we were overbought. This is the RSI. So we were overbought with this move right here. So now it's retreating a little bit. So that's the positive sign. But being overbought is never a reason to sell. And, you know, we need another reason because something can be overbought for some time. You know, if you sell each time it goes overbought right here, well, you would have sold before it really started. You know, you would have sold in September gold. So even if something is overbought from the RSI perspective, that's okay. Stay in it. Stay in it because it could be going for a while. So you will enjoy that ride. So, but after it's no longer overbought, then this can give us an opportunity to get back in at some point. So maybe this is what's happening here. We are no longer overbought, but we are no longer going down too much. We are no longer going down. So maybe this is going to go back up. So we don't know yet, but stay tuned. Silver. Silver, this one very volatile. I'm going to say this, very volatile. I like the candle that we have today right here, right smack on bullish channel support. This is zigzagging a lot. I went from 26. I'm looking at Sprott Physical Silver Trust, not the paper silver. This is the bullion silver, the real silver. So it goes from 23 to 26. Boom, 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 really zigzaggy. So basically it is consolidating right now between 23 and 26. So if you get in at any point, that's fine. You put your stop loss below 23 because this is what it's supposed to do until it does this. So either you get in right now and you put a stop loss below 23, or you wait until it breaks 26, because if it breaks 26, it should indicate that it is going to go higher. Right now, what it is indicating is that it is going sideways. This is what this is telling us. I am going sideways. So sideways is not bad. It's better than going down. So you can still enter right now, but you put a stop loss below 23, and I would put it maybe at 22, 24 right here below the gap we have here. So that's for silver. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we have been following it for a while. So we had this big move down that we saw coming. So we did not hold through it because we saw it coming, and we saw that momentum was gone. So there's no point in keeping something that is falling. Buy and sell higher. So right now, and this is another example of support right here, support, and support here was not holding perfectly, so we had to draw a double support line, and this one is holding very, very well. This is called slippage, so things slip a little bit sometimes. So we are holding support. So the lows of Bitcoin, the price lows are increasing. So people are, as a whole, having to pay higher for a Bitcoin since mid-December. So they're paying higher. Not much higher, but a little bit higher. And at the same time, we are having a horizontal resistance at 90,672. So we cannot break that number. We cannot close above. We try, we can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days over the past 2-3 weeks, we have been trying to break above it. So the market is, there's enough sellers for the buyers that want to buy. So the price does not have to go higher. Once we are going to notice that the price goes here, then this is going to tell us that something has changed in the market, and that now the buyers need to chase the sellers. So this is a sign, and voila, we can join them if we want to make some money. And momentum is back now. Momentum is right back on Bitcoin. So we just need to break that 90,672. We just need to break that to at least go to 94,755. This one right here. This is another level that needs to be broken. So we'll see over the weekend what happens, you know, because Bitcoin is open all the time, the market. So we'll see what happens. Monday, we are going to have 2 new candles to look at. And last but not least, Ethereum. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So Ethereum is doing better than Bitcoin pattern-wise. That 3057 has been hard to break. We succeeded here until the next resistance at 3353. Came back, tried again, failed. Tried again, failed. But look at the lows. Look at the lows. You know, this is, you know, I like watching this. I like watching this. Boom, boom. So this is a horizontal resistance. Look at the lows right here. They are inching higher. Boom. So when the lows are going higher and there is a horizontal resistance right here, when we break it, what does it mean? What does it mean? It means, well, this is what we call a buy signal. So we have the buy signal on Ethereum. And it happened today. Did we know it was going to happen today? No, nobody knew. Nobody knew, not even Tom Lee. Not even Tom Lee, because he has been predicting Ethereum at what? At 6,000 bucks by Christmas. Well, Christmas is gone. So Tom Lee is not good at timing. He's not good at timing, but he's good at understanding all the different, what should I call this? All the different motivations or different elements that make stocks and or instruments or cryptos move. So he understands it all, but he cannot even predict when things are going to happen. I cannot predict that. I cannot predict that. I'm not trying to. But when I see that there's new frontiers that are being broken, we see it and we can act on it. So boom, we have a buy signal on Ethereum today, officially. January 2nd, and the first target is going to be 33.53, and we are going to see what happens. You know, it could cave in. It could cave in here like it did before. So don't panic too much. If it goes here, take a little bit off or all off, because it could be doing this. Or if it goes here, you take a bit off the top. It could just be doing something and continuing. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. So, but with any move up, you can make money. Any move up is enough to make money, because you sell at some point and you cash partly or all of it. You cash it all. You cash what you want to cash. Sorry. So this is the new bullish channel that we are starting to do, to have, and this is pretty much perfectly aligned with this one, in parallel with this one. So everything makes sense. Everything is making sense. So Ethereum is moving, and bonus one, BMNR, the Ethereum treasury. So it had a hard time holding 29.65. Now it's holding 29.65. It closed above. So we still don't have momentum on Bitmine right here. You know, each security has its own market. So this one has a different market than Ethereum, but BMNR is based on Ethereum. So logic says that unless people start selling BMNR because they don't like the organization and just want to hold Ethereum itself, well, they should behave pretty much the same. It's not exactly the same, but they should behave in a similar fashion. So we'll see what is going to happen here, if we are going to get some momentum back for BMNR, but we got it back for Ethereum. So at least this is great. So great. So I'm just going to look at some comments. Trickle down, Trendline subscription, we've covered that. We see this 454. We'll see. QQQ, mark my words, Chuck Blow is telling us 555. We need to remember that. And is it a good day to buy in for the first time? Buying what exactly? I don't know. But depends on what you're talking about. But Ethereum is pretty nice today. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. We have a private Discord server where we are discussing during the day the Tesla chart on the 1 hour chart. Tesla chart on the 1 hour chart. And we are also looking at other stocks. We are looking at buy signals, potential buy signals for all of these stocks that are right here. Many of them. So there's not only Tesla and Bitcoin that you can put your money in. There's a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of other stocks that you can put money in. So this is what that YouTube membership is giving you. YouTube membership connects you to Discord, the Two Talk, and gives you access to all of the channels on Discord. And we have many channels. So I'm going to wish you a great evening, a happy new year, a great evening. We are going to talk on Monday. Unless you are a member, again, at the Discord level, you are going to get a Tesla Weekly Live on Sunday, which is a live that I do where I look at all of these stocks live, all of them. And so you know, if you do only one good trade out of those, you pay for the subscription. So I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday. Unless you are a member, I'm going to tell you à la prochaine si Dieu le veut.